Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Cody the Duke. Normally this isn't really what I do, but it's baseball playoff time, and I'm a big Dodgers fan. I did not include 2020. I'll show this in a second. We're clear, but 2020 was Dodgers won the shortened season where they had like the NBA style playoffs where 8 teams were in it. But I'm gonna flip it around and show the last time they did the actual wild card version. So hold on one sec. All right. Now, this was one thing I hated about the this wild card version was that the wild card team, they were either the hottest when they had it just be number 4, or they you know, even when they had like the 4 and 5 play, you can see what happened. Boston beat Tampa Bay, and the Dodgers beat, after beating St. Louis, they beat um, uh, the Giants. And my biggest gripe with all this, honestly, where I'm going to end up, my point being, is that the NLCS and the World Series, ALCS, are all 7 games. The NLDS needs to be 7 games also. Those are the games we care about. And if you want to add more games, more postseason, make it with the best 8 teams playing a full 7 game playoff series. Because these 5 game series, sometimes fluky stuff happens. So this is I think last year the Braves won it, but whatever. Braves as a 3 seed beat Houston as a 2 seed, but both 1 seeds lose in the NLDS in 5 game series. All right, that was 2021, the last time we had this format. All right, now we are in 2022. All right. So the 1 seed Houston Astros, actually, this is one of the only times the 1 seed won the whole thing. But you can see this is like the beginning of the new bracket that we have. So the 3 seed St. Louis Cardinals lose to the 6 seed Philadelphia Phillies, who go on a run to the World Series. This is going to be you'll see the 6 seed makes it to the World Series, or a 5 seed a lot of the time. Um, After a 162 game season, which is again why, I mean, I don't know, Braves may not have won this series, but if it were 7 games, it might be a little different, and the Phillies may have been a little more worn down after this. Same thing happens here. Dodgers as the 1 seed, as pissed as I was and hated the Padres. Uh, Now we have a 6 seed versus a 5 seed. So home field advantage did not win. Home field advantage did not win. Home field advantage did not, or they did win. Home field advantage did not win. So right now, home field advantage, only one team won. And then we did have the 1 seed versus 2 seed versus the 5 seed, 6 seed, and the Astros win it all. So that was the first time the Astros. I don't know if that was the bucket gate season or whatever, but anyways, that is the beginning of the 6 seed and why the system's broken. But you're telling me you wouldn't want to see Guardians Yankees 3-2 right there? That would have been epic. I thought the Dodgers had the Padres, but and would have played this totally different if it were a 7 game series. But anyways, all right, let's go to the next season. All right, so far we've got Dodgers 2020, Braves 2021, Astros 2022, and here we are in 2023. So the Twins won. So we're now in the new era. It's 2 favored home field advantage teams won. Texas beat Tampa Bay, so we're back to 4 on upsets. Over here, the Phillies took care of business against the Marlins. And we all know that the Brewers lost. So this season it was 2-2, 2 upsets. But in the 5-game series, I mean, this was their year. Like everyone had picked Baltimore, Houston right here. And Texas beat them 3-0. So I mean, 7-game series, maybe not in this group. Definitely was pissed when the Dodgers only had, once you go down 2-0, and then the Braves also. So the 1 and 2 seeds outside of the Astros are gone in 5-game series after 2 rounds. Like, this is when they should have started thinking, we have a 5 seed playing a 6 seed in the playoffs. Like, I don't know anyone who cared outside of maybe Texas and Arizona fans about this season playoff picture. Like, I definitely did not watch the World Series this year, outside of Corey Seager. But so Texas gets one for a 5 seed, and another not number 1, I think, or 2 seed. I think so far only the Astros were. All right, that's 2023. All right, so now we're in 2024, which I mentioned. I redid the video. Sorry. The Tigers, you can see they've done this before. 6 seed, knocked off the Astros, and then lost 3-2 to Cleveland. Man, if that had been a 7-game series, whew. But that, again, is an upset. No home field advantage here. So I think before this, we were, oh man, I forgot, lost track, but I think it was 4-2, 5-2, and what happened on the other side? I think, let's say it's 5-3. The 3 of the home field advantage teams have won so far since this format. But now we are 3-6, 3-7. So, and then here, 3-8, and the only one team to win with home field advantage. So 4-8 for the teams with the home field advantage in the first round. Only 4 out of the 12 series of 3 games have gone this way. Then we get to my big gripe, the 5-game series. So, I mean, this year did end up with what I think the world wanted. The Mets, Phillies. This one, I think Phillies got robbed in a 5-game series. They could have, this one actually scared me. But it should have gone to a 7-game series. Royals weren't that bad this year. They could have done something. That was when they had, anyways. But we end up with a little closer to chalk at the very end, with both 1 seeds in the World Series. But we still end up with a 6 seed in the Final 4. So I think that's every season so far I've looked at, a 5 or 6 seed has been there except 1. And so this was 2024. So Dodgers, if you count the shortened season, which I know a lot of people don't, there's no repeats. But we see a lot of the same teams, and a lot of them getting robbed in these first 2 rounds. So you want to add more games or make it more fair, think about changing it up. and make these. I don't even care. Make these a 5-game series, or it was even more fun when it was a 1-game series and then a 1-game series, or whatever it used to be, a 1-game series and then a 3-game series, or maybe that's basketball. I don't know. All right, and then this year in my prediction. All right, and thanks for sticking with me, y'all, so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. It took a lot of time to put all these together on camera and go through them. But so going back to what we all know, this year the records were crazy. So the 4 seed and the 1 seed tied. So they had the same amount of wins, but they won the tiebreaker, so they get the 1 seed. And we all know how dangerous these series are, even with home field advantage. So, based on the fact that only 33% of the time does the team with home field advantage win, the Dodgers already took care of business with the Reds. The Cubs took care of business with the Padres, which kind of surprised me, and of course, Detroit did it again from the 6th seed and knocked off the Guardians. So that means, we have never once seen in this format the majority of the home field advantage teams win. We have seen one time where it was 2-2. Every other time it's been three of the underdogs winning. And then tell me right now, go look at the Las Vegas odds. The Dodgers and the Phillies are number 1 and number 2 in betting odds. You could argue that is the World Series right there. I'll argue it all day. The Phillies and Dodgers breakdown is a whole different video, but as much as I kind of like, I hate the Padres, so I love that the Cubs just beat them. Brewers, I think, are seriously overrated outside of one 20 to 25 game, run that they had in the middle of the season. Boston and New York are both throwing rookies tonight, but everyone's hyping the Mariners. So everyone has picked Mariners, Yankees, and then Brewers, Phillies, and then Mariners playing Phillies, which is nuts. Now, I will say, you've seen no repeat champions in a long time. So that does not bode well for my Dodgers. So as much as I want and think that they will win, it's going to be a battle. And God, I wish that was a 7-game series, because it deserves way more than 5 games. And all these do, really. No matter if it's Boston or New York against the Blue Jays, which the Blue Jays can hit, they just don't have the pitching. And hopefully Bo Bichette is back. Maybe Mariners, Detroit, people won't care about as much, but both are very good teams. But Cubs, Milwaukee, they're kind of rivals from the same division. It's a bunch of rivalries. So we got shaping up for some of the best baseball ever, and we're about to have a bunch of 5-game series. So it's still going to be fun. I still love it. But my guess, based on historical knowledge now, no 4 seeds have won and no 3 seeds have won. So 6s, 5s, 1s, or 2s are the only ones who have won World Series in the last 5-6 years. So I guess it's got to be not the Dodgers. That would be Phillies as a 2. I guess the Brewers have to win as a 1. And then if Boston does pull it off, which everything says they should, that means they should beat the Blue Jays, and the Tigers should, well, I guess that's a 6 versus a 2. So whatever. Anyways, hope you had fun watching this, guys. I know I definitely did. The more I started looking at it, it is crazy. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Phillies Dodgers matchup. I feel like both teams have 4 ace pitchers. Both teams are stacked throughout their lineups. I know the Dodgers bullpen has not been as great, and the Phillies picked up that closer from the Twins. But the Phillies are kind of hit or miss. You've seen on the playoffs here, they've had a couple where they just fell off. Same with the Dodgers. I mean, every team kind of has a year where you think it's going to be them and they fall off. So anyways, hope y'all enjoyed, and hit a like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. Otherwise, I'll try to make more of the normal type, videos that I make. But I haven't been on in a while, so hope everyone's doing good, and go Dodgers. All right, thanks, y'all. Bye.